And that's it. So good. So Nnawotwe Jumadi on Adom TV, also live on Asempa 94.7 FM. Maybe out here can be also. And I said that be also joining him. So Asempa is how this xenophobic attacks, and a lot of people are drawing in say. And can send in Yamia Sunday if PB Totonakwemu according to Ghana High Commissioner to South Africa. Yet about 400 Ghanaians touch it down. Volunteer decided some person more eba. Kayensu yam prepare the same you machine in the Ghana for eba. Now there over 1,500 South Africans. You also take Ghana now. At least 400 krona. Your form to sound come back. And the second phase, no, so it means another 400 bar. Now the same you in Shena, send a couple emblem. No, so for 400, no, so the call. The baby bear say 3-4 rounds, no. Then say, Obia no biaka. But the question is, the African unity we want to build, the after, ababano, how do we benefit from it as Africans? South Africa buying Nnawotwe. DNA the affecting African countries no ebeye area found. Betty, they named there, but government official government at say this concerns by Ghanaians say nyame admo chinam pass a rearrangement in Ghana say Ghana for about 400 anybody bedra. Those who feel South Africans in our country also be asked to live peacefully.
Before we delve into this very issue, a very important subject, me say akwanyam see na yebeka your 2 cents about it. However, I mean first akwanya is na member the government of Ghana baso. Okay, what my idea papa with the quick response na womo usual and responding to yenuanoma womo South Africa. Any the various attacks being meted out to them by Yenuanum South Africa.
Okay.
Especially a young man Casaminia, Honorable Okujeto Ablakwa. It's say so far so very good. Say Ghana Nibia yet to send waka any part of the world no. Swift response are what they kokoji any panel are so many. Now say there's something.
Okay, Fatima, let me make this figure accurate. So according to the Minister for Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration, someone looking to Ablakwa, there are 3,194 South Africans living in Ghana and have registered for non-Ghanaians. Yom Kuta Ghana card nubi. 3,194 Yom registered for Ghana card. South Africans in Ghana.
Nah, Adia me pese meka efa so far ni abana ye ho say they have actually put value on the Ghanaian life.
Okay.
Na so many papa because na ye bibia na ye ntai cry or my way say immediately assemble to Ghana for na aban intervention quickly they are responding to see how Ghanaians are generally protected. Them say me ba abana baso na me catch them say so many. Na ye can no say who can say so far no government is making arrangements say a day about is it 300 because
400 number
it's rather sana because the information I got was 300 okay 400 Ghanaians are here do mobile Ghana. I think it's the right thing to do.
Okay.
However, dear me say me draw you haven't given us the statistics generally on Ghanaians in South Africa.
Okay.
Me we sure say on numbers no ebro sa 400 na ye can. Na mama mfasa akwanya we so na me Ghana for generally abaso. It's say free time masa attack is starting you know. So a lot of people have raised different concerns. One more certain companies they are being owned by South Africans.
Okay.
And people felt to say and can immediately see expressing their dissatisfaction by going to their various companies and even burning them down or destroying them.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, you realize that most of these companies also serve the interest of the general public. And you know, Ghana for abu trainer omanya say ye de mra ebeye adwuma o man ha no wo ma kire bibi say Castle civilization started from Africa. Indeed, it started from Ghana.
Okay, so according to Ghana High Commissioner to South Africa, Benjamin Kwashi, we have over 15,000 Ghanaians in South Africa.
God. Now, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, say register South Africans.
Ghana card.
3,000.
3,000.
Let's say in our records, no. In still, we have more Ghanaians out there in South Africa.
Yeah.
And so we just have to find a way of managing it. But Nina Ekako could see a African Union no, the role that it also plays.
Okay.
What is African Union? It's not just by membership. What do say membership by registration and paying dues?
Yeah.
We pay certain monies to keep the African Union going. And behind the camera, now my sister discussing about the president's initiative to send letters out to the international world about reparation that needed to be paid for slave trade and what have you. Me feel say as a president and as Asabayo was no more show consistency. Consistency now make say they didn't just wait to speak about slave trade. I caused over 400 years ago. But immediately, Nyama air course were within the African continent, you know, they have also risen about it and they have spoken. So for information, I can say they have also sent a petition to the African Union. Say Sanya Mana Ecos or South Africa. No. Say Yanshani and Kano so and it's not only affecting Ghanaians, it's affecting the whole continent. We read who say Zambia for Zimbabwe for Hinara, they have sent letters to their citizens.
But the concern of raising go caution. And build your country. You're genuine. Because basically, virtually, see, it's sometimes difficult for you to see a South African in someone's country housing.
But they're hustling here.
Yeah, but it's better. I mean, we can't housing now. You know, say, what kind of housing now? We can't housing. So we South Africa, ni pass or yeah, more Ghanaian restaurants. So chicken kukum.
That's what I'm paying.
And yeah, you might not.
I make a venture.
Okay.
So we share and 2026 money away.
Yeah.
See where the various investments and contributions are African countries made to South Africa to win them from this apartheid system now. Maybe I think I invest in Africa and your situation is far better than
Let's also not get it wrong. Some of these companies we see as South African companies are actually foreigners
in South Africa.
South Africa. South Africa, you know what is South Africa? And already on Pebro ni na wabaji Cape Town abosono. But say Cape Town ni no ye broni no. Wabe South Africa ni. Eti wo tuna eden. Is on office say company bi e wo Ghana. Na say South African company no say enye ni nyia pa South Africa ni na sa company dey but wo you obi ofira ho wo aba. South Africa,
I have had the privilege of traveling to South Africa. And I think the first time I went to South Africa was 2010. At a time when South Africa was actually open to the world. When they were playing the World Cup 2010.
Okay, so this is a Ghanaian, you don't know about Ibrahim Mahama. As soon as the 200,000 Ghana cedis distribution set up the Manon.
What him? Mamin can be bincho. Front me koto ade wo supermarket bi na eye customer service person bibinino the reaction towards me na me see that day man function I'm so sure masa baby am if you know I can teach you customer service and you pass.
I was South Africa.
Me na me catch it. It as someone who can say they are not happy with the white and it is neither here nor there.
Okay.
They actually frown on the other African nationals. It is not because who say Abrofuna currently they manage the larger land space, they have majority of their resources.
In fact, they manage the largest economy in South Africa.
Because
they haven't shown any resistance towards them. But as Africans, no as well. So now this whole debate say.
Okay.
I want to just appeal to Ghanaians out there. Under the governance of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, Ghana is doing amazingly well.
Okay.
We do not have any reason whatsoever. say ye believe the shores of this country. Say ye kwa seeking for greener pastures.
Under the leadership of His Excellency John
Absolutely,
Dramani Mahama.
because
Ghanaians have no excuse.
have no reason whatsoever
to travel outside to seek for greener pastures.
Absolutely nothing.
Under President Mahama.
That is, I'm emphasizing on it.
Okay.
Because only baby, me two coin. Just December, maybe husband Canadian.
Okay.
Now I have vows that maybe continent in China. Until the end, the end say run shift. My yes, a one brand on only
Monday 1 2 2
Look, at the time, me call this our deodorant spray.
Okay.
Our deodorant spray.
Yeah.
Canada, it was selling for $11. Uber Ghana marketer, I have 40 Ghana cedis. This is just one side of it.
Okay.
Ghana is doing very well because of say no dollar to cedi ratio. Any adena yetimi exchange rate na yetimi atemu. The economy is not fluctuating as it used to be.
Okay.
There's some stability in the system. Ghana is on the process of recovery. Any other. See, and you know one other thing I'm observing is most of the Ghanaians know where to coin. And one more thing was God giving a general obi economy to survive. We are appealing to all Ghanaians out there saying, look, Mombra, na move money mudian munyansa na meboa ban na yentu me develop it. Now some of will catch there say go and develop our country. Okay. We are not ashamed of where we are and where we
say
Crosby.
No, I'm not being able to South Africa comes as a dance boss, a bill, and see I'm too.
I never thought
you ready. So I say, I don't talk about you, but on Yante, can you? Doctor, Doctor, you manage the situation where you this xenophobic attack.
I can see,
Doctor.
I'm say, yeah, my Crosby, Wakasa ye. Now, what up for no Uber no the bed more Ghana in the year.
Now, some of me a right hand. I'm your right hand drive here. And I'm using some man on
no first camera Ghana na Uber ska wumsi say. Kwasi mama free sir angle.
Okay.
Masha Makenka South Africa President Ramaphosa.
Yeah.
Ne speaker of my with regards to this xenophobic attack. Let me say, Papa no say now or directed to African countries are affected. He didn't do himself any good. Why net at the Papa Biasa? Except no keka any na seven prediasa a tearful and you would do rather some. The man make us said, Emi said, or Phil say, wa kasa na wanhwe ya na mamu be bono dache ana ANC abanu a party no mu no omamamu ebe bo mo dache ese mo kan ni nyina no se wo gridi na wa analyze ni ya ni nyina base de ne manfo no ye ofwa so. Now, even after that or before that, Senka Obe Kasa ne se Unyan Kasaye. And Sema Okaye say South Africa Mfwa de ne manfo no eye no. And I say South African be inform fwa de ne manfo no ye no. E de arrest and a wotimi aye e wo ho. And one is nkrofoi so obekasa ase onyan kasa ese wakasa wie enkrofo no gusu a ye de omo ye no e kire se tumi na ekura no kura onim de ode ye wontimi mfa mo foreigners no ho ban no betimi aya ye se obetwero ensem bi keke no ode aba betu da kire se wono as president no wonfo aso na de a wonfo aso na woti waye hwehan seven prediasa yebu bebi se pani entena fiima asefu amfo so enti woti we ya wo hwehan yi a ensuo mu na nesuo beto no aka wona ya to so na wo tie mu se hwan na eba be yi akunye efiri nsuo mu hwan na eba ka wo sɔre ya san kwayi kwasi mamefa masɛm no emre tia kakra emi se media ba bi a megyina no Ghana asoman ene abanye tiso sese no emi se enoma ba ku mienu bi na mahu a me feel se enkoyie enoma bi o ha ma ya me bo ma ba so bibi ti se foreign minister eko ho no mo kushia no ne nasefo emo ese so mo de bo mo de aboa o mu omo mo pese omo ba no mo de omo ba. But I think say Sanoma we Emma Ghana for enya akwantu a mu betu omo de be South Africa. Okay. So still say we etwotwa ye won krofobia omo bo bu musika no no mako. Ombeko. Enti we need a permanent solution. Okay. Now me feel say anka me share ex chat bia na foreign minister who to Abrakwa or yeah in response to South Africa president Ramaphosa his speech on my I feel say what the entry year mami entry because say
or can they entry ye
say of South Africa president his speech now on my of was say almost any mu say there was a oye a normal access way na a twitcher but no matter we or kai onye mu ba kokra no ntimi so nje
but before say doctor
what pentem
doctor say oko South Africa na we share South Africa near what they mostly talk about here say ni abrofo no be ye na ne ya be legalize na ma ebi aka or naturalize ya be South Africa no. They will not allow their colleague African members to also do same na ochnebi ensa ema meka hono because they feel say share the larger part of South Africa economy now is enjoyed by foreigners, though these white men are still claimed to be South Africans. And they feel say it's not good. Omuni capital kaso mwakasa promotion that ye ejuma papa bi. Foreign sika di from memwa no about invest in South Africa and they get chunk of omo man sika. So the fees settima no everyone man maybe abandon better honum and with the real economic picture of South Africa.
No, because that is wrong. Let me say, Doctor, yeah, Mammy Crosby as can say most of the normal customer investments in South Africa. Now, yeah, they are one the chichi. They are one the chichi. Okay. What you say? Yeah. South Africa for one because he said when you say only lazy people, and that comes from the fact say almost some sense of entitlement. I do we media and me will be member Franco. Or no so what you can tell so no to me. So okay. I mean companies are what Ghana ha you see free South Africa munina. Che me be need the eye. E be anim. You be need the look, Zimbabwe for pentem kokoje and sase omudi yekuya. E was Zimbabwe. Say so almost had the ma omubium. Almost had the ma brofo. Yeah. Be before neje o man timian. So these South Africans no normal o ka say yenko siesie yinkuru na o musu siesie omkuru no. A dear effort partner South African indigenous South Africans no omatimi e dia ba ombetimi claim ownership say. I mean say Ghana had ye nya kra no. Ye wo me fan say Zoom Lion, an indigenous Ghanaian company. Yeah. Say Ibrahim Mahama or Musa Kwaje. Sure. Damai or an indigenous Ghanaian company. Yeah. So you will be a Ghana for the BSN. I mean, all these big companies are South African. Bako Bay and a okay. South African media. But see, the American Kwakwisi say, I thought that the foreign ministry should have gone hard no senka omo ka asema ebema ebe provoke your friend say Ramaphosa for him to do what he has to do.
Okay. That's for him
to do what he has to do.
Dr.
I mean, I feel say and seminal ye crocron. But see, Medimanu etran mamenkwa santi achimnof na menka bibi kakra mfa ye mpia ne ho akwadi eganu. Mesre say ebrewe enye bra ye kasa bebre. Mesre owura honorable okay from pon na busua ne namfofo a omo asante achimmago say radio and TV interviews na ya doso kasa no ya doso uti anye ya na wo de ensebi kwa akotu dwama enokra ba be ye o how de ma no nti message o monka ma no entum o monto ma no dare kawa na de toso emienu no na chitafo no so enye din na o monhwe de na edi animu no de beba
okay
ye preaching na abo asante achim nofo but nyina nkrani mu entutu nkrani tie besre se obia enka na koma nto ne yam na omo fampa bo internet
okay
na bia brepe mu no nyankopon betie na waye omakoma so ade e de amawo
yeah say Dr. Bernard Tutu Boahe a political marketer University of Education Winneba and Pedro so Nyabre and so join here.
See,
Yes.
South Africans and some media. Yeah, na ne kan yedin kakra. But me ade ba quiet na table so yin na ya kan me sure say ye mienu ye betimi. Ama ya adwin akọ ekro ne say me ekrom ha na mepe.
Okay. Ghana na na pe.
Untimi nya mehwe ma me ntum free krom ha.
Okay.
Be come dem na mpefufu ade no an say me to am ma me okum ase. There's nothing. I be mami akosi no be mine so say me ko pay bibi.
And why is it South African? Why is it South African? There's
nothing. I say my sorry number 2. Me too quite cry. 2-3 weeks na me honke kame. I want to be back home. And I think say yen na yete me enya sa ahun ka ene odoma Ghana ebeboa. Ye wo aban mu na NDC for opposition no. Na omo hu keka omo mpese omo ba aban mu nti nsem de omo kan bi pa omo pese na omo chese na omo ani mu asaya mo obi ekọ no afei technically omo reduce the image of the country cry just in their selfish interest to gain power. I heard na me ya pa e ho na me ka say me the opposition cry me mbetena hanka say Ghana say na Ghana say na say e wom say oman na ye de mo omo ne de nyama bi wo ho de omo hu ye say ye share IMF reports ni mono youth unemployment akwa kodu 32.4 nkofo no mso mo de 24-hour economy bebe you say ye light ye to tariffs akosro be 25% teachers here ye form ye ntu omo nurses here ye ntimi inform hospitals here obun sinwie nti niama de enye se ekoso totin te se nia me nia pese o ma ye chiri but ye den ya efie de efie nti yesre mo ye nua no am South Africa mo betimi aba uba kro na uchi wo na ha uchi uba ni bi wa ha sika no ubenya bia ma wonsa akọwa no another issue ne say mebo foreign ministry nso abaso kakra but de na me hope se me nua no be se anko no so ebe yi ye ma Michelle ya ekoboche fans amano because foreign ministry of Ghana started so more repatriate Ghanaian citizens o makoka broche ni ade no enye ye ro akuje to ablakwa started ye ma Michelle ya ekoboche nso ye adwuma pa in fact Russia and Ukraine nsensem ni see ye no Ghana Africa West Africa was one of the first countries that itimi repatriate ye mprofo. Enti foreign ministry since 2017 it's been in very good hands. Inti na yema Michelle Ekoboche yama no promotion class say the whole Commonwealth no Otigana name as the Secretary of Commonwealth. Number 2,
I'm very proud of
yes, the foreign ministry there started with proper handling no enyene.
Okay.
Inti yentwa so nkosa South Africa for nsem. Yem so mo nsua history. Me hu say mebono na ye ba wiase na yen hyeda mpe Mr. Mewo Faketi Kaka and Shadam Park and Kind. Yet can Kaya Kabe Boying because South Africa for no only one history and Kai Omun to 2 or more mamma say.
Okay.
sad time na Ghana yenya independence first no of course yeah colonial masters or more British no muchimu nya den to say French ne King Leopold omo amoko Congo no ye timu ye kakra nti omu gya yen niama ya nanke betimi e de asase aboye ho bra sad time yera Kwame Nkrumah or no de boa other African countries Emma yeah MPP yeah forefathers at that time no mo Jane said that was not the way to go sikani ye dey develop ye ho first that say na outina plane my ka say for mask na sha ho ansa na wabo obi no that was the thinking of MPP's ancestors at that time but there be
that's a UP
yes UP tradition at that time but that was not the thinking of the state of Ghana Yera Nkrumah the sikabebre ye boa apartheid for you ye more passports so that they could travel because that time we apartheid the year you can't even do anything ebi bebre bet na krom anti why dia mo ne die e do so pa nti anka me de mesusu ne say nya say ye exchange ne nko a ye omo de ye reparations crossing UK for
South Africa
because omo de the chair
one the chair
the government of Ghana gave them several money, even up to PNDC era.
In an appeal,
for the all time when you cried.
Was it in an appeal?
No,
South Africa decided to say appeal from other African countries to liberate ourselves from this.
It was the ANC.
Okay.
The ANC, that's the blacks in South Africa. Also, almost started some guerrilla warfare to be able to get their freedom. Almost started, a lot of black groups outside of South Africa and the fandi omunanka corona no mutim na ye mo adwumanya ye mo nko school na komunya scan we he no mo de bombs na ni ade no we gave them military training we gave them academic training we gave them yenye passports because that time Ghana passports we betimi dia ko UK e dia ko pesika efi ko aba nti ye bo mo bebre in fact me share video bi tell na make an Yera Rollins awanya ne baby kokra e ka so mo $2 million at that time mo $2 million at that time by this time when him dey be yamai nti aka ye mo so ye they made I think from a diplomatic point of view sa list na yen sesen na yen charge interest on no muntu ya
na Ghana for almost established
because sebe the money ye wo hono entwa yi I don't see any problem with that and I find it insulting say what was South Africa when we be before anything yeah, you quite see him come baby before to Cape Town near there. Obekwa mix with abrofo no mo. Yes, I can see. Me sure so we obekwa South Africa on the tourist. Tourist. Tourist Eviano.
So far Ghana for the Africans no more attack them. They are attacking their business which means that they are not even living poor.
No. Obi a be in a shop. So videos now. Obi a be in a shop. No maba no mebe yidu mo pe mu ntia no ma to shop ni mu de padlock atum. Mo so a shop yi wo ho mu ko mu mie de. So there's an inherent problem with there but yen anom enum ka asem bi say nkofo a ya hurt yomo no. And nkofo ma go through a lot of struggle ni ade wo wiase no. Eya omo no mo dani omo ho esa hurting nkofo. It's a psychological thing as a way why a psychological crowd be ho. Hurt people. Into it usually no just as a way to get out of more frustration, they end up being very wicked. It's all around us. We are saying. Yes, it's like a psychological one of the psychological rules that exist. To me, it's not too strange. But niama be say yes, that say a cost will be mine so. Honestly, a better so by Sanya about Chrome because Obeda Chrome now that at least sorry, Ghana is a beautiful place. Obibema where you are near D, you will be fine. But almost start to say it will not stop. And now it's South African president and so ultimately who say he is not committed to fixing the problem.
Yes.
They are about to have an election.
They are local elections and that have a great impact on the national elections.
Exactly. And now Zulu for say so there are lots of tribal undertones.
Let's also not forget say ANC Zulu losing the grounds kakra.
Honestly, I feel like ANC generally no. let it down all Africans.
The president himself not find himself in an uncomfortable situation.
Ontimi can be or can be real no I be in a free one man. For the safety of yen no more South Africa. I be uncommon refuge.
So for more register no, you see I can more register. Who's your mind so to the force? What to force a change out to South Africa, ya kofa Edwaba. It's book no be more to the embassies in the various provinces no. Or more voluntary on person ban so koja odin and no contact details. Now a brand new person more eba. You commit me a fast evacuate mu. But say this we can. So that you say on search by your da and this one say yeah.
This subject actually reminds me of.
Watching my announcement phone line for your last topic now. 0302 211701 0302 211702 211703. Wait me at your name. Now so the comment Abba.
It's just something I'm saying now you draw your attention to. Na akwa South Africa funti. Yeah, table you. We see everything wrong with it.
Okay.
Yeah, they are a subject of discussion. We are condemning it. But it's just some admonishments na me kakra. So Uba Ghana ha issues of tribalism.
Tribalism.
When you meet cromony, when free when they say when and the chrome resources what they are doing now, it has the tendency of raising some of this unusual violence. You know, year two a craft for me. Year two a general for near 2 more municipal. Yeah, as a country, no.
Okay.
Yabema or do any unity, LED.
Okay.
And yabaya, ibugusu. It's me abuamo my Ghana.
Okay, Frimpon, what to be blue? Okay, fortune, let me pick up the first caller. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Kwabe, who free?
But I'm going to say, Nana,
oh, Nana, okay.
Aha, I'm more about na menchamo na menchi entity no mbona ba fi pa essence obo juma yi e na msan ti am ko say David Boche ID e wo for each na msan maintain wo mo na kama wo tumi shen fa namda na Jason Kodian so e maintain the party the secretary of Genga minya mamembo senem tikan no e mtina ba so na South Africa issue no de abanhe no tumi mayi na minya asemi ngura ha ni yi pa fi bi sa aban bi sa indi before say show de omo ye nda mi say northern region next ni bi omo so duro a wo de motorbike mahama je ko che no to duro no ko kwanya ze wu ye de ko say yampa de
say bi na ti ye
yampa de a mi bi say duro no a onpenye abede kire ayi di ba yo no ba di ba yo wo he. And then Mr. Akando cancel drone nyina ama muntin fa drone fa anko muntin fa boja fa anko nti se obi yare ya nde yegi obi yare yegi ya ye nya boja ne fa no wu ibi se eba ne sen nti aba so obi yan ho ana nti aba nya aba ye se so mo so ma won bi e so mo ngin adepa
Mada say hello, good morning.
Apasi.
Yes, Apache odin ba bia free.
Apasi we well near be man na amu ako a mekata fi boy ewo ayenso no constituency.
Nana etio.
And a permanent income chairman for Arizona constituency, you were Alex after Yabua, and income Nasa chairman, you were on a watch Jaco. The airport of South Africa and South Africa for who more than a dead warmer and send almost independence beer. That's the amount for airport to be and family. I cannot cause a year you're going to pay for and not quite. Yes, South Africa for us and no longer what wrong because. We had to have other being more ominous for her. Not your young couple of years about what they age more. That's a yes, more. Yes, about a year trade. Then a year holding a year mamma, a criminal ye. Nothing would have fat crime with her. Dominion in a year, oh, that the man said, you know, the mamma said, or by taking out for the deal, I'm going to for the yes, I did a 1 now, I'm not a shot, and we're doing women air prono. Yes, and who here is a 24-hour market now almost, you know, because this market
Meda say Musa, good morning.
Pacho mi waswana.
Me Pacho Musa etio.
Mi kasafri Madina.
Okay.
Jack Kesen Koma incoming president, His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, and I'm your constituency chairman. Chairman ever still maintaining no. And incoming youth organizer Kabiru. They are making one some kakra teacher MPP for no.
ye pamacho media for munka bibie emfa ho because the ekoso no ebedane ade ebeda ho no mo say MPP suba ombi sombe ye dia NDC po eye no emboa ye mai because obi enkasa wo TV so enkasa wo radio so enkasa wo TikTok so ma untata no enkochi no oh yes I ye mboa o mai no
okay
say ye chinipa e wo kwan pa so a it's better than ube chinipa ya obi aga na obi abe hu say chi a wo chinipa we enye kwan pa so na wo de chi no
okay
wow say mu yes a MPP so ba onu so be the same thing no man no na e dey ko ani ma na ye debate
mate but I say sir good morning
but
you're free
I'm more about the producer. Now, I'm just at Makuka. Chama, I don't know Kokuya, baby, we are meeting. Sanson, Chama, who's been pouring here, so Chama at the Neban. And a lawyer thinks he goes to Trichi. Now, I was the Katame present mechanism. Yinya NDC, what you have here, Etra radio so, and I TV so, Tony Radicum Nanaduma, and Radicum Nanaduma, what you have here, called demonstrating near the Yancho Biao. And this is a baby in Korea, Yentiminka. The Dumso is back, and your boy yet. And I'm Nanado Danko for the baby Akunya. The whole 2017 1 year in Anton Kanyan in Zobumuda. And Kanyan in Zoboma to move a commit about 28% at the Gigana for the Yimpiad aboard dinner. Now said the Bay Binyan Canyano. At the Yadma, your Tiabo, the Yan Canyana and Yadma. Ah, I see a drink at Tabacatches of Uma Mazi for a Kojumana Joa and Canyano, a Subati. When you are Juma, what side did Dumso levy about 3 years was where you levy 1% for Dumso levy? Yeah, what top petro, Aquatoba could be a Utia 1 city, Uto 1 gala, Utia 40, 50. Petro do a ton gun, Haka, Muni, Numamu. Nina says he can teach the end of the way. When you can't talk who I am with the MPP for the Senate.
May I say, Nabos, good morning.
Yeah,
Nana, may you also. I was also protocol communication officer.
Sikano uno mahene na makrum wukusu bwana wa na kitwa bi nsa
Nana eti o
na point ya kitwa bi ani anyway ba men cham mpanifo na mini ama mi no moshia mo ne kasa na mia waka mi inka mi kole prote kata bi nyaba so on be so masene na ta tin kase tumpo national chairman ala mo bisa okumsi ni nyobe makobia na alaji ali mega nka so ko boy o sere yeni abrepa mini ba o ti go make statement ni se e o senka on Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia bibia ni na o so ko you tap o se wo man e to bibia na no go police station o bibia kufuo e no je kufuo de before some the year but so be tin ku sa question e be fa tan for credit see wo buta o ni sika bodia sanje hwan e wan ka o metena tu unya bu tema democracy nya tuma kana fatwa ba mamu baby ameka bitimi dia for any mo ni ye kana for de what to abetia e
but I say now so Kwame good morning
Bajombo man
Boko Kwame ka free
because I branch you
okay batch it you
apa I miss them journalist am Ghana ha nti mo show so ma mo ye pa
wamo
journalist of Ghana
adede na esi
dada ejimani de fact enkoyi mo ye ntie adela mo bisa ba we say nti o hwa na o ye bebo ano now so bad be adi o ba state bibia and that you a country say obi ka say beti no na e tia ka no man pe ngwa ngwa president ono atemi na hene nkono president why are we doing this to ourselves if every ban of bibia o mo patra Ghana and you mo patra we be said this question can you stand Mungo so na jina fumu mu siba mu na kana mpe mu shomo na mo na mo ye no night time that na your man oje I don't know Ghana be moko when your man and that you a country hey
but I say hello good morning yes sir but you didn't be free
but a black am ka free GY
okay dabi was Nana J first we be so can be why me that say nyame ameko mena scholar so and try so be asmati obia nyabre mo ya no my difficult man for to be why extreme mother hello good morning Alaji Pacho free okay Alaji etio
fact na me see enka ho to say the na ga be to utwum money for na trade am asofo mo hwe say the subio abronya en ya papochi ni hwe atemu di dia mo die no fact ya sem papa And yes, some papa, young Cassa said that to the as some papa. But Moshe, or my brother and Uncle Sat, but you want your can Japan or the party me. So, Sabumia can of French at the Mudian some papa, and to Mumianano, young fat Korea and the back, young fan or man or mano, it's by a club. And what I know, the way do we at the way do we at the mark. But me and Trunk, young condemn me in the papa, with the Martin.
Okay. Mate, may I say, tell me as well, sir. You know, the Jay. Oh, fetch him, eh, she might some picky. What you not watch my friend? Hello, good morning, friend, please. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, sir, Pacho Dean. Hello, Pacho Dean.
Hello, the believe that I think we are plan please.
Okay, Sammy Tio.
The doctor, me former MP Abaso Crosby.
Okay.
Wakasa yi pa na cafe best friend say. Say boy your home modern say. This arrest na air cost no selective.
Okay.
Then bom obia obeka asem a enye no whether or your NDC and na say NPP no sa impa no say emra so mu say china no. If you say your moyimu obi atena amanone edi amampanifuo atem edi ahemfo atem kasa ensen fatawa kika atchechwe nita bebre. But when that person came into the country, obi a presidential protection mani timi be fa o mai mu koya obi anya ne hwe. Papa ni sana na koye say arrest no are selective because you say to Dunso is back one. And it's two different things altogether. But the thing will be because Wakate Dunso is back.
Okay.
But the way we are Saman Kasano, the Jan Manico.
But may I say, Crossbram say, okay. I'm my best 1 minute now.
Oh, may I say, a Honoka Cram can say, a year too early for all of us. First and foremost, no. A year honorable, or you're honorable,
okay,
or you're Ghana. Or a Ghana member of parliament. And me say at Orancham we are there. Atuno. They say no a man for egusomo investigations. Information I gather say a session of majority for our organizing legal council near there at the man.
Is it a government of Ghana because we're a member of parliament?
Thank you. I think it is in the right direction.
A Ghanaian lawyer who can practice in Hague.
Absolutely. I think it's in the right direction.
But a question I'm for I said. He traveled from Ghana last week Saturday. Sunday he was arrested.
Okay.
So it means from that Monday to Friday, no Ghana. Adan Yamfa internal Ghanaian security to effect his arrest. Send an air to say FBI nation. Is it because he need GD a war? His security say they would have executed because of the immunity now.
Enjoy. Now, me person mean can say asem we eba ubia be Canada. Asem be say eba. The most important thing I say unde medical can said under this government to say no ye some value be add to the Ghanaian life.
Okay.
Asem o muka no afi no ba be investigations and be who say wodi for and as wodi bem.
Okay.
For now we should not be in a haste to say ye be thrown no to the streets and I say under the bridge. Mama yambo Ghana in who buying first and foremost because this kind of arrest they can happen to anybody.
Oh, they do.
Say make us say it's too early. It's so premature to say you bet me I conclude on anything. There are a lot of Ghanaians or African nationals they go on through a lot of harassment. We do not really know what the issues are.
There's no official statement indicating riding on that.
Yes, let's allow me feel say even as media space no.
Okay.
Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. I mean, embarrassing me point me. Not too long ago.
2 seconds.
Never 2 seconds. There was an American citizen called Russia. The American government did everything. I think he was a basket
smoked weed.
Exactly.
But you see, in America, smoking weed is illegal.
It is. And America's way no. Any evidence as a country. And I would say
But I say,
he hasn't been proven guilty. I thought he is.
What minute?
I was hoping say obey extended the same kind of order to Yenya or Abronya. Oh no, the fraud in yes why you. I can't be I'm a nati obi and so I can say or shame. I know say there be obi didi atema say na yakan enye crime enye some candies for yachimu inamagu so obi wa no edidi obi atema it's not a crime NDC for mo kokos member akonya asem ni nti omo se ye nto ye bo na oye nipa de
Ghana ni
and so abronye de onye nipa o hye sell so si say for na no no de aka asem wa mbo obi a omo obi akro no enye $80 million na yesi akoda na account mu. And so, them.
That's why you'll be in my DS way.
There be one and then no cray. The indictment is out. And call for indictment. FBI on. Omunye Ghana police on Beba Fouls because Kasan Wakasau. The FBI Ediwechi, Interpol red notice. They have their facts. Why now? Omusi Chrome has a game frenzy. Why now? Otimiko Wetimi na no film sharp. When before they come, the indictment is prepared just so facts, no evidence, or what do we 5 years. And honestly, some of the Nyama say we don't want to prejudice idea koso. Into a veteran chain and now. But Mamu Maya and yet for the best serious manipulation in politics. For now,
Crosby,
let's hold him so
Rashid Suleiman will pray constituency chairman Medina. We wish you all the best. Yes, let's say Nyame enka na every farmer. Yes, is also a national organizer.
You best support of
me partner no. It is not open for declaration of intention.
Okay.
But I make can say Nyame Adom na really draw.
Okay.
Near Kosono, you better abonti am obi e.
National women organizer.
I say a boy and ma echidon.
Okay.
What I say we are still fighting, say we'll be given the necessary recognition. Okay. We make up more than 52% of the population. A crime bench so that at the decision making table we will get majority of women being there to also influence that decision making. But as we did the see is Adom TV. Next week head out for the my background.